and today we're looking at how to make whole wheat pizza. And these are the ingredients you're going to use today. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of sugar, a thermometer, 2 cups of water, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, a packet of active dry yeast, and most importantly, because whole wheat flour is dense, then you might want to go 3 cups whole wheat flour and 1 cup bread flour. The first thing we want to do, we want to get our water to between 100 degrees Fahrenheit to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we can add our sugar and the mix, and with this recipe we make 2 medium-sized whole wheat pizza. And now we can add the yeast and mix as well, and let it rest for 15 minutes. Meanwhile, we let the yeast grow. Now we can add our salt and our flour together. Once the yeast has grown, now we can add the oil to the water mixture. And now we could go ahead and combine everything together. And we're going to knead it in our stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can knead it by hand for 20 to 25 minutes. After 5 to 7 minutes, we're going to start getting a round, silky consistency, and that means we're done. Now we're going to grease a bowl to place our dough. You could do that by adding oil or by spraying it with oil. We want to coat the dough with the oil that we placed on the bowl. This will keep it moist so it won't dry out when it grows. And making the dough in a ball shape is going to help that growth. Let's cover it with a plastic wrap and let it rest for 45 minutes to 2 hours until it doubles its size. Once it's doubled its size, now we could punch out the air out from the dough. Now let's place the dough on a floured surface to knead out any air pockets and cut the dough in half. First, we want to make the dough into a ball, and this is going to make it easier for when we stretch it to a disc form. Let's flour the dough a little bit, and we're going to use the finger method to leave a thick crust. If you want a thin crust, then you could take out your roller and just roll it out as a circle. And what you do when using your fingers, you basically push down and stretch a little bit to the side. You rotate, push down, and stretch a little bit to the side while leaving the outer crust. And if you feel adventurous, you could go ahead and throw the pizza in the air, where the method is basically having the dough in your fist and twisting your fist around in a circular motion. This is going to create that the weight of the dough, it's going to stretch it, so you're letting gravity do all the work. Let's go ahead and place the dough on the pan or on the board. And now let's get ready to put on the sauce. Basically what we did is just simmered it on a pot. And you only have to do that for a little bit. Remember that this is going to the oven and that sauce is going to finish cooking in the oven. And these are the ingredients we use for the sauce. We have a half a cup of water, 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of oregano flakes, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of basil flake, and a dash of salt. And now let's go ahead and take that sauce to the dough. Let's go ahead and add the grated cheese, and we're using mozzarella that was in a block form and we hand grated it. If you're adding vegetables, a good idea would be to stir fry them a little bit to get the moisture out, because the last thing you want is water on your dough, because that's going to make a soggy pizza. Let's add the pepperoni. If you're using a pizza stone, you might want to put it on the oven half an hour or an hour before and preheat the oven to your highest temperature, either 400, 450, or 500 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're not using a pizza stone, it's also good to preheat the oven first. Let's go ahead and add the dough to the oven, and we're going to leave it there for 10 to 15 minutes, or you get the crust to your liking. And now you're done. You're ready to eat. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. And here's also a link to our last video.